I won't be here for very long. Can you just hang on for a minute? I'll just be right back down, okay?
No.
Hi, this is Methonics.
Hey, is Jim there?
Yeah, he's upstairs. He's crashed out. You better come up.
Okay, open the door.
Yep.
Hey, where's Jim?
Jim's crashed out again.
You're kidding me. Jesus. Hogan! Hogan! Wake up!
What?
Wake up!
What?
DAC! It's
DAC
Monday
what?
morning.
Monday?
It's Monday morning. We're supposed to be at DAC. Get your ass up.
Let them do it by themselves this year.
Come on, man.
Oh,
Get
come on.
your
Okay,
ass
I'm coming.
up.
I'm coming. Hey, can I bring my sake?
You can bring whatever the hell you
Okay,
want.
let's go. Let's get going.
Let's get.
Jesus
roll,
Christ,
baby.
man, I swear.
Come on.
Hey, Simon, thanks for letting me stay. I appreciate it.
Crash anytime, Jim. You know you're welcome.
See you guys later. Continue to work. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's get out of here, man. Well, good thing we got the sake. Hey, thanks for picking me up this morning. I probably wouldn't have got up with unless you came by.
I know you wouldn't have.
I know. Well, hey, look, DAC's 55, man. That's ready for its ARP card, isn't it?
No joke. It's incredible, though, that it's that. Well, it is looking a little long in the tooth.
Hey, we're looking better than it is,
Yeah.
right? So, you know, and we've had a couple ex-wives, you know? Well, but, you know, man, it's still kind of, there's opportunity for innovation, though, right? Let's kind of remember when we were starting out, right? I'll start when I was starting out, right? Working at National, running everything on the mainframe. No one would give me any time. I'd have to run all my jobs starting at midnight and get in early, like 6, to kind of go through the log files and try to make it all work, man. You know, when you look back when we started this thing, we, the collective we, there was a real hardware disruption that helped us, right?
No, it's incredible because at like you said, at that time, the lock was the mainframe. Everybody
Yeah.
had to go through that. You had to get your slotted time. Only the big companies were the ones that could do it. And then came the engineering workstation.
Yeah.
And for the designers, it was freedom. That was incredible freedom, right?
Yeah.
So the workstation shows up and now there's this tool that can sit on your desk. I don't have to be a slave to the IT guys and the mainframe and get my slot. I can work when I want, how I want, with graphics. You know, it's crazy.
Well, and I think it in a way, it democratized design and hopefully generated and accelerated innovation at the same time, right? But you know, like everything, people grow up, things mature.
Yeah.
And guess what? We're back to the future,
It's
right?
full circle.
Full circle.
Now, because now people, the mainframe is now not one big piece of iron, it's all these server farms,
Yep.
and only the big rich corporations can afford these things. And that's where all the design
Well,
is
and
done.
then you get a token and you consume that token and then you're done, right? You can't accept more.
Just like you at midnight, way back at
at
National
midnight.
Secretary. But think about it, the craziness of that, because here we are, we've got the cloud. Right there's
Yeah, look, it's right there.
infinite compute resources available. Every other
Endless
technology and non-technology marketplace is using it. EDA, one of the most advanced in the world, we're not taking full advantage of that cloud.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts that we're a late adopter.
It's crazy.
Okay. And everybody makes the argument that, oh man, I'm worried about my security, I gotta have it inside my firewall. Yet, our commercial stuff, my bank account, the backup to my Chase
Exactly.
account is in the Ukraine, you know? And how that makes me feel secure, and I don't know, right? But
And the same kind of freedom can happen, I think, again. That same thing,
Yeah.
every single individual designer should have access to, they can have access to AWS or Google,
Yeah.
you know, Microsoft Cloud, any cloud,
Yeah.
and you have the same kind of freedom that people got when that workstation showed up. You know, I've been out of EDA mostly for the last 10, 15 years,
Yeah.
and so I'm not as conversant as you are. This cloud is inevitable.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to be the first thing that really causes the eruption in the cloud?
Well, I think the first thing that really, where the cloud really can be a benefit to folks, how's that, is in the verification problem. I mean, verification of a system design. And for two reasons. One is because the problem's gotten a lot bigger, way bigger, got a lot more complex. So there's not only the traditional sort of simulation stuff we do, but we got to do emulation, we got to do formal verification now as part of that flow. And also there's going to be need for new stuff, both software and hardware. So on the software side, you know, something like the portable stimulus capability that can go across all those software applications and hardware applications.
Yep.
But I think, you know, you're onto it with Montana, right? There's going to be some hardware required where a specialized hardware for verification makes a lot of sense, in my opinion.
I do. I think that is how I got drawn back in. I think there is a need for some new weaponry. You know, we've had the Intel CPU, people tried a little bit with the GPU. Of course, there's been emulation, but pretty much it's a ton of Intel, you know, CPUs, or you jump to emulation, which is a huge leap. Nothing fills that gap. And so I think then what Montana is about is building that specialized hardware that's specifically, application specific, to solve that problem in simulation that's not really well solved by either of those two technologies.
Yeah, and to enforce that opinion, right, is emulation business has just gone crazy, right? So for sure, emulation's not going away. Simulation, you know, everybody's bought a simulator or developed a simulator that's faster. That's always required. So if you have a specialized processor, I think you can really speed the thing up a lot.
Absolutely.
So I agree with you, as usual. Hey, what do you look at it? We're out here in the Bay, man. What do you think?
I don't know, but I have one question for you. You know, looking out there, isn't that the old National Semiconductor IT Center you used to go to every morning?
They haven't changed anything, you know, except maybe you're stuck there longer. I was only there for 14 years.
And there was no escape from that one.
Nah, you couldn't get out of that one. You were stuck into the mainframe for a long time. Certainly Moore's Law has provided us with a platform, hardware platform, right? But on top of that platform, software's differentiating platforms, you know, system platforms a lot more. So as a result, there's a lot more tools that are required. Specifically, the ones I'm thinking about are safety and security, right?
System level things.
System level things. And we read all day long about some autonomous car goofing up.
Right.
And, you know, everybody says, oh, it's the hardware, it's the software. It's probably the software. And how do you verify that?
So what do you think are some of those new tools?
You know, there's kind of old tools in a way, but tools that people are actually going to use, where we talked about them and we went to college and did papers on them or not.
But now they're going to make them real.
They're going to make them real because we got to deal with these applications, right? And so VIP, for example, actually something that we had a lot to do with, you know, that I was never satisfied. I don't think you were as well. Fault grading, because for safety, you got to have fault grading. You know, and what's crazy is you think this is old technology, but linting is going to become increasingly more important, right?
Software.
Yeah. Again, not a bunch of monkeys doing it. Can we create applications, software, tools that can get rid of the, you know, drudgery of humans doing it and also do it a lot better? So this is where like AI is going to be applied, I think. So AI isn't a product, it's a feature that's going to be in everything.
All of these different tools.
All this stuff.
To create a full set of system level solutions.
So full circle, right? So all this is going to require a hell of a lot of compute power, right? Got to go to the cloud.
All right. So Jim, Design Verification 3.0. You got to go to the cloud. You need some new heavy artillery in terms of weaponry for doing this. What else is required?
Well, you know, when you move from 2.0, right, that's yesterday, and sort of the monolithic solutions that are coming from the large guys, they're all saying, hey, we got everything, use our system. Well, what's needed are systems that are, you know, more than just one guy, right? Because one guy will never have the total light. It never happens, right? And so we got to have the ability to, let's say, take test benches, for example.
Huge problem.
Huge problem. Let's throw machines at the problem.
Right.
And then behind the machines, there's going to have to be some, you know, some technology that helps us with that.
Right.
So the whole portable stimulus thing is going to help a lot. So I think we're going to see a lot of advancement and innovation around there. Hey, you know, all this talking, it's made me really thirsty. I know a bar, this bar right here, I go to it all the time. You want to go for a drink?
I could use a beverage, my friend.
Let's get too far away from me, though.
All right.
Wait, Dave, yeah, man, it's funny to run into you. But why are you here, Dave?
Hey, you know, it's my day off. It's San Francisco. What are you going to do in San Francisco?
I'll live and let live, you know?
But yeah, never mind that.
I'll move on.
Moving on. Yeah. What are you guys talking about?
Well, we'll see what Joe has to say in a minute, but, you know, we're talking about the Verification 3.0. And basically how portable stimulus has become something that's more and more important, you know? But, you know, that's probably a good question for you. Where are we on the standard?
Well, as I understand it, the standard should be coming out at the Celery at Dakar this year, and it's a bunch of companies ready to jump on it and deliver this stuff. And you know, this whole test bench part of the 3.0 is such an important piece, right? Brings everything together, you know, and really it's going to make a dramatic difference this year, I think.
Yeah, well, you think there'll be acceptance of it, or have people already complied with the standard, or?
Oh yes, well, so people are complying with it now, but there's so many companies already using portable stimulus, have been for years, and you know, having phenomenal results with it. So we're going to see that in the marketplace take off this year, I think.
I think we need a toast to Accelera and the standard. Hey, you guys want to join the toast?
Yeah, cheers. Hey,
Accelera and the standard.
Standard portable stimulus. Here we come.
God bless.
Seems appropriate for this bar somehow.
Yeah.
So if I got it right, design verification 3.0, one of the big things, as Moore's law slows down, you're taking these big, gigantic, complex IP blocks, typically processors, you got to put them all together on one platform. All of them have software, then you got to glue it together with software.
Yeah,
Huge challenge.
Huge challenge. So really, you know, when we were kind of in the midst of this stuff, it was the beginning of the hardware-software challenge, you know, emulation for sure, virtualization. But now it's essential, right? It's essential. You can't do this stuff without it. So I think we're going to see that explode. And that should bring a lot more interest and value back to the EDA industry.
Right.
That's my hope, right?
It's really expanded in a dramatic way.
It's really expanded, right? And so it's not just trying to get value out of the semiconductor guys, it's trying to get
All the
value out of,
software.
yeah, you know, look at Apple. You know, they're the most valuable corporation on earth every year.
Hardware, but it's really the software.
It's really the software, right?
Hey, look,
Hey, wow, we're here.
we are. Now,
Well,
is it true that DAC is in the small Moscone, that we couldn't even fill up the big one?
Well, I think we aspire for bigger things, don't we?
I think so.
Let's get in there and show them what we do.
See what we got.
What the hell?
Oh no, Jim, I got you up too early.
God damn it, Joe, you got me up on the wrong day.
No way, it's the right day.
I could still be sleeping. I could be drinking. Speaking of drinking, let's go.